everyone, and it's Susan Kennedy here. So broadcasting today from the Gold Coast in Australia. So really happy to be here, and yeah, what are we going to talk about today? So I do have a couple of callers coming soon, and my first thing I'm going to talk about is actually a new project that I've got happening. It's called the Intuitive Project. So if you haven't already looked at that, I'd invite you to go to YouTube and Google the Intuitive Project, where I'm mentoring a group of ladies who are testing whether the law of attraction works. So I believe that that we're more than our physical bodies, and that we're energy, and that we're spirit. And the only thing that stops any of us from getting what we want are the things inside us that stop us, all of our fears, all of our blocks. So anyway, these young ladies that I'm mentoring, they're all from mainstream life. One is a lawyer, another one's a marketing executive, another one's a top banking professional, and they sort of just do their everyday thing, and they're a bit curious about the spiritual journey and a bit curious about the law of attraction. So yeah, look, I'd encourage you to go onto YouTube and have a look at that. But as I talk about it, and as I talk about the law of attraction, I just thought I'd mention some of the things that are important if you want to manifest change in your life so you can live life with love and happiness. So it's all about having a vision. So what is it that you want? Have you ever actually sat down and worked out how you would like your life to be? And, we do this sort of thing at New Year's Eve, don't we? We set intentions for the year. But I usually do this at least monthly on the new moon. So I usually sit down, I look at my life, I look at my business, look at my health, and I look at where my life is, and I say, okay, what do I want to manifest for the next month? And then what I do is I actually allow myself to feel what it feels like to have those goals come to fruition. So, first of all, you've got to have the vision. You've got to be able to see what it is that you want. And then you've got to be able to feel it. So when you feel it, that's how you begin to manifest it. And another fantastic way to bring what you want towards you is actually to write down, and specifically make intentions by using your pen and writing down your goals, because there's an action when you write of bringing what's inside to the outside. So you're taking your thoughts, your feelings, your visions, and you're putting them somewhere that is concrete. So already, once I start to manifest and write down my intentions, I can see it there in black and white. So I just strongly encourage you. Sorry, I've just got to get my chat button up so I know when my when my first caller is there. There's a lot of stuff that goes on here behind the scenes when we're doing these things. So yeah, I'd encourage you to really think about this month, about what you'd like. How we're nearly halfway through the year. We're coming up to the month of June, which, is the 6th month. So we're coming up to that halfway point. So yeah, really just start to think about what you would like. And when you meditate, tune into your guides, tune into higher guidance, and ask for visions, ask for insight. But most importantly, allow yourself to feel and notice how it is. So that's my little spiel for the week. It's all about the law of attraction. Get along to that site if you can on YouTube, the Intuitive Project. Give us some support. Love to see it spread and to see your comments there on the videos. All right, so now I'm going to take my first caller, and I've got Mary in Michigan. How are you, Mary?
I'm great, thank you.
That's lovely. How could I help you today?
Well, I guess I'm just wondering if you can let me know anything about any future relationship coming into my life. I've been single for some time, divorced, and it just I'm getting tired of it.
Okay. Are you 48? How old are you?
No, a little bit older.
Okay, all right. 48 came in as significant. So whatever happened around that time is still playing out in your life. Was that around the time that the divorce happened?
No, I was 40 when that happened.
Okay. So what was going on at 48?
Good question. Let's see, I'm 52. 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll have to think about that.
Yeah, have a think about that, because that'll give you some answers as to what's going on now. But my feeling is that's the time when either you've started to come alive again, it's this thing of I'm starting to really, step into my power and starting to really sort my life out and get to where I want to be, because I feel like you've been on a big journey, of really connecting with yourself again. So what's your date of birth, Mary?
8/21/64.
Okay, so that's 28, 30, 32. Okay. Well, as I look at you around relationships, what I see is that you're really ready, and relationship is almost around the corner for you, because it's as though I've found my power now, but you need someone with you that's as strong as you are, because I feel in the past that there's been depression around you or sadness around you in past relationships. You understand that?
Yes.
Yeah. And so what I'm seeing now is that, at this point you're ready for a relationship, but you will find someone, and the way that you will connect, usually people connect through their hearts. There's this sort of magnetic pull. But what I'm seeing with you is it's almost as though the next relationship for you will be through the energy of power, meaning that my sense is you'll pull someone towards you where it will be a very close connection, but that person will be very strong in themselves, because I believe you've become a lot stronger in the last few years. And my feeling is that around 48, there was almost like this decision of, I've got to do this now and I've got to sort my life out. Do you recognize that now around that time?
Yeah, now that you mention it, yes.
Yeah, and I also feel at that time as well there would have been a strong intuitive opening for you, because it's as though I'm seeing you even using your own cards and saying, okay, where's this going, where's that going, and learning how to trust your intuition a lot more. Yeah. So I know that you are, relationship feels very strong and it feels like it's soon. So what else do you need to know about that? Let me work with that for a minute. Part of this is at this time in your life, you're ready to step back into the emotional side of things, because I believe that you're also working with your own gifts in a different way now. Okay, so are you teaching? Are you a teacher?
No, I'm not a teacher.
You think you're not, but you are in some way. So what's your work?
I do hair.
You do hair. Okay. All right. So again, you're a teacher because you're dealing with people's stuff every day. You're like the counselor when you're dealing with people's hair. Do you recognize that?
Yeah, I guess I do. Mm-hmm.
You do. You're working with people's heads. You're in their energy field. You're that sort of person where in the past, because I feel in the past, everybody has dumped all their stuff on you. You've been that kind of person that you're very sensitive, you're very creative, but it's important for you to always keep your balance. And sometimes you've had to keep people at a distance because you take on too much of their pain.
Right. Yes.
Yeah? Okay,
yeah.
So your path in life is to find inner freedom. I'm looking at your numbers when I'm saying this, and I'm seeing it in my mind and I'm feeling it in my body. So for you, boundaries are extremely important.
Okay.
Now, so it's extremely important to learn how to set good boundaries. It's extremely important for you to feel comfortable to do that. And your work is a big place where you can practice that in a way.
True. Very true.
Yeah. And I feel that this year there has been more of that because, people would push you and push you and push you, and you would keep giving. And I feel that this year that there's almost been a, hey, stop that now. I'm ready, it's that stepping into your own power a lot more. And I feel it's actually been more around your work. Yeah? Okay. So what I'm saying with that is you'll notice that, where people want to say, push you to do more. So can you just fit me in, when you're actually tired and you're ready to give, to finish for the day. So you have to be very strict on your times to conserve your own energy. But yeah, my feeling is that there is relationship, and I feel it's someone that will come into you through your work as well. It's almost as though there's somebody going past that, will come, that there's a friendship there forming. So I feel like relationship's all there for you. And that you're ready for it. Now, I'll just share with you as well, if you go to my website, Susan Kennedy Medium, there is a link there to my relationship course that I've created just to help you know what to do and how to do it. Because of all the readings that I've done, I know the common things that women struggle with. And it's really how to be valued, how to be loved, how to be respected in relationships. Would you recognise that?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that little course is there. It's something that you can just watch at home that I think would give you great insight, because I really feel that you're ready for it. And so I wish you luck with it. Just before I finish with that, 8, 10, 11 plus is 2 plus. You're in a very creative year. So my feeling is, as I said, I keep feeling that there are more gifts that you have to share with people other than what you're doing at the moment. So if you're looking at expanding your business, are you looking at that?
I am. I'm open-minded about that, yes.
Yeah, well, it feels like this is your year to do that, because when I see that, it's like I need, you are a teacher, and I feel that you will do well to expand your business and train more people to do what you do, so that you're not doing as much of the groundwork, and potentially even more than one location. So it is a very creative year for you. And as you expand in your creativity, you're working with the sacral chakra, which is sensuality, creativity, sexuality. So you're going to draw in the energy now of a new partner. And I'd say by July, you could expect to be with someone very wonderful. So good luck with that.
Wow. Okay. That's great.
Okay.
Is that someone that's going to be nearby? Or you think
it feels like that, yeah. I was
work?
just sensing someone close by to where you work. So that the main thing for you to understand, Mary, and if you've not seen my work before, I'm very big about us taking action. So the thing is, I feel emotionally you're ready, but you have to do the next part, which is to be open, do the things that will help you meet people, and also say yes when somebody comes along. So, I feel that you're ready, but you have to take the next step now and, really put it out there. And if you were listening to the beginning of my show, I was talking about the law of attraction. What do you see? Yeah. What do you feel? Write it down so that you've got something there. And you would write down something like, thank you for my magnificent relationship. Thank you for this new, strong, supportive partner in my life. And as you write it as though it's already done, it's going to manifest. So, yeah, I do feel it's someone close, and I feel like it's close in more ways than one. So, again, I wish you well, because I'm ready to take my next caller, and all the best there.
Thank you very much.
You are very welcome. Okay, so now I'm going to talk to Ashley in somewhere near New York. Can't pronounce the name. How are you, Ashley?
Hello.
Hello, sweetheart. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Yeah, very well, thank you. It's not a very good line, I don't think, but anyway, how can I help you?
I was calling this evening because I'm having a few difficulties right now in my love life and work.
Yeah. Okay, so let's have a look at those. Okay, so in your love life, just taking a little while to tune in there. See, that the feeling I have around you, Ashley, could I just get your date of birth quickly, please?
Yes, 9/7/86.
Okay, 10, 18, 24, 31, 20. Okay, so what I'm sensing around you with Okay, so sorry. I know it takes me a little while sometimes. Sometimes it's a bit easier, sometimes it's not. I keep having a sense... No, that's okay. I have a sense of... is there a new child with you? I mean, I'm looking at your age. So do you have a child?
I have 2 little children.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, because the relationship I feel, is this the father of your children?
Yes, I have a problem with him.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. So let me just see. So, because my sense is with him, or with the relationship anyway, is that there's difficulties because there seems to be, there just doesn't seem to be this communication happening. It's as though somebody in the relationship has shut down, not speaking, not using the silent treatment. Would you recognise that?
Definitely.
Yeah, that's you. Yeah, okay. So it's very hard to, when there's things that you're not speaking up about. And I know that that's difficult for you to do, to be able to speak up about what you're not happy about. And because the sense I get is I want to protect my children, and there's a cloak around me, and it feels as though I've gone into myself. So have you gone into a bit of depression around this as well?
Yes, and kind of been antisocial lately too.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't quite hear that.
Oh, sorry. I was saying that, yes, I've been very protective of them and just kind of antisocial lately.
Yeah, yeah. So, there's a lot going on for you at the moment. And, yeah. So it's really at the moment, I'm really struggling a little bit here. And I'm not sure why, so I just have to keep talking.
More than 1 year, right? So just if that helps.
Okay. So more than one partner, you mean?
Correct.
Yeah, okay. All right. So that does make sense then. All right. Because what I'm sensing is that there's this pull between you, there's this energy of I'm not really sure what I'm doing, and at some level you've got to be the one now that makes the decision. So to know that, the father of your children, that didn't work out, and you still have to have a relationship with him in lots of ways because he is the father of your children. So it's, again, it feels like, because my sense is in what I'm seeing is that it's almost, I feel like he still wants to have the relationship with you, and he's putting pressure on you for that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. And this is where, in a sense, your job is to be able to stand up knowing that it didn't work before. And my feeling is the relationship is over, and because you're not together, are you? No. Yeah, so it's the relationship is over, and it's like he's hanging on, and in him hanging on, that's, you're sort of afraid in a way to stand up and say, hey, this is over. I love you, I loved you, but this isn't going to work for me. So my feeling is that as hard as it is, sometimes you have to be really clear so that that person can move on and rebuild their life. And I feel that he will rebuild his life, but he still feels very needy, which is what's affecting you. Yeah. Whew. Yeah, okay. So we're on track.
Definitely have his personality, yes.
Yeah. So, around how it is, it's really about you being able to deal with you and saying, okay, I have to let go of any, feelings of being overly responsible for him. You're not his mother. You were his partner. You were his, you are the mother of his children. But it's about being clear in yourself and being able to express that clearly. And in a way, you need to put a bit of emotional distance between you both, is how I'm seeing it. So it's a hard thing to do, but it feels like you have to make that very clear to him. And then, what I'm sensing around, it's hard, isn't it?
It's very hard because all those years, and you still worry about them.
Yeah. And that's, the thing is that worry is actually an energy. And this is where I'm saying that you have to be very clear, because you're worried about him and you do care about him, he's still hanging on to that thread of hope. So if it's not something that you want, and my feeling is that you have already moved on anyway, is that you have to be kind, but you have to be clear. It's just about being clear and saying, look, I'd love to be your friend, but I'm not your partner anymore, and I can help you in some ways, but in other ways I can't. And, you know, you're very sensitive yourself. You're very in tune, and you'd like to save everybody. So you have to move out of that in a way. Yeah. So, look, I know with the relationship, it's about sorting it out. It's about you standing up. I feel you doing it. And the thing I will say to you, though, is don't use the new partner as the reason or the excuse. You have to come from a sense of yourself. It's almost like I have to finish this one so that I can start this one.
Right. That makes sense.
And even with your ex, he needs to know that it's because of the way the relationship was for the two of you that it didn't work, which is always about your part and his part. You know, it's never any one person's fault. So you have to come from a very clean space in order for him to move on. You know, you have to let him know that where you're at and be open about how you feel. And I think you'll find a huge relief when you do that, is how it feels. And then, you know, with if I go to your work now, because you said you wanted guidance around your work as well, didn't you? So let me just see with your work, what's happening with work. So my feeling is you're going into something new as well with work. What's happening where are you at the moment, or what do you do?
Well, I was in the healthcare field, and it got really messy where I worked, so I'm no longer employed right now.
Yeah, okay. Well, as you work through these other things, because the whole energy around you at the moment is about rebirth. It's around new life. It's around doing things your way. And, you know, my sense is that you've got to sort out this personal stuff first to make way. But it's as though when you do that, there's a new opportunity coming for you. And I will say it doesn't feel like healthcare. I mean, I'm not sure if you're in the administration area, but what I'm seeing is it feels like more of an office kind of job for you, or something where, you know, you've got something that you can go to that is going to help you get yourself back on your feet.
Oh, good.
Okay. So the other thing I get for you, I just drew an angel card, and it's got body care. So I want to just have a look at that for you, because I feel a strong sense of anxiety with you.
Yes.
Yeah, strong anxiety. And even in the image, so I don't know whether you'll get the chance to come back and look at the video, but I'll just show you again. It's an angel card, and it's body care. And what the angel's doing is actually hugging herself. And this is one of the things that I'm seeing you do more of. It's recognizing what gives you the anxiety.
Okay.
Yeah. And part of that is that need to, because part of it is that need to rescue everyone. And so as you learn more about yourself and as you let go of that, you're going to let go of this anxiety that's there with you. You know, it's a tendency to overthink things as well. So I would see that as it transpires for the rest of the year. You're in an 8 year, by the way, a number 8, which is about power. It's about stepping into your personal power, and it's about looking at your life and saying, well, I've created this, so how can I make the most of it, and how can I bring it to where I want it to be? So it's almost though I'm starting again now this year. I'm going to really focus on what I want, and just to let go of a few of those power struggles that have been going on in the background.
Yeah, it's quite a few.
Yeah, there's a few. Yeah. So the other thing for you is to access some kind of creativity, because it's as though you've got something within you. You know, do you have this sense? We're nearly out of time, but I just want to say you must have a sense that time is running out for you. So what I mean by that is
Like
you're holding a lot of regret about your life. So it's about letting go of that, because that's what's stopping you as well. It's like I've got this time thing in my hand and I'm saying I haven't done all the things I wanted to do. Let go, sort yourself out, and I feel you will, and I wish you well with it. But yeah, big change is coming as you step into your power. So I wish you well. Thank you. So that was thanks, Ashley. So that was Ashley in New York, and that's the show for this week. But you could see the common thread running through the show this week is that energy of the law of attraction, and knowing that what you want in life, you have to actually visualize, you have to feel it, see it, write it down. So thanks for joining me on the show this week, and love you to join me on Susan Kennedy Medium. There is a free ebook on my website if you haven't found that yet. So love you to go there, susankennedymedium.com. And I look forward to seeing you here next week for more readings.